Warning, don't listen if it's a podcast you want. This is a Chumcast. Just your basic gabfest among chums. A little news, some entertainment, an annoying opinion or two, and, if you're lucky, maybe even a chuckle.
They've done studies, 60% of the time it works every time.
So it's time to buckle up. Whetstone Entertainment, in association with Is Chill Productions, presents Don't Listen, a basic Chumcast. And here are your hosts, Big Red and the Shebs.
Remember, everyone, just don't be yourselves.
It's showtime.
Go time.
Fire it up, Big Red.
Okay, so I think we should probably check ourselves before we wreck ourselves for the show, because it is the season 1 finale of the Don't Listen Basic Chumcast.
It is.
I don't know how we survived this season.
Raw talent.
Say hello to my little friend.
Yes.
Can you do that better than me?
No.
Yeah, you don't even want to try?
No. Say hello to my little friend.
So you are checking yourself before you wreck yourself.
I am.
All right, it's the season 1 finale of the Don't Listen Basic Chumcast. I'm Big Red, he's the Shebs, and we're in the Radio Road Keg Party Studios today.
Oh, yes.
I never got to drink any beer when we went out there.
I didn't either. And I didn't have any kegs, but had a van full of pallets with a bonfire and some fishing poles, pretty much. Yes, throughout the night, yeah.
So in high school, we grew up here in the Bay Area. So you have the bay on one side, and on the other side, you have the Pacific Ocean. So we would be at high school one day, probably on a Friday, and you would hear, keg party. There's a keg party at Radio Road. Keg party, Radio Road. So Radio Road was this spot that was way out in like the marshlands that has now been built on, right? There's no more marshlands out there. They filled that whole area and put $3 million houses are all over the place out there.
Yeah, Redwood Shores now, right?
But back in the day, in the beautiful decade of the 80s, when we all had our bowl feathered haircuts and our pegged pants.
Yes.
Us schmucks would be rolling around, and the seniors would be like, there's a party out at Radio Road, dude. You want to go check it out? Come on out there. Be out there at 8 o'clock. We got a bunch of kegs.
It was our equivalent of like Dazed and Confused. Party at the Moon Tower. Party at the Moon Tower.
That's right. Dazed and Confused.
It was exactly the same. Yeah.
So we would find a way to get out there. And basically it was pretty cool because there were like burned out buildings. There was like a big bonfire. It felt like you were like on Mars. You were out in the middle of nowhere. And there were kegs of beer out there, right? This was back in the day when people who owned liquor stores would sell to guys under 18 without even asking questions, right?
Yeah.
Then the cops would eventually show up and they would say, okay, we're going to confiscate your beers and you guys get out of here.
Yeah.
And if you got really lucky, you might be able to make out with a chick or two, maybe, because it was dark. Nobody was looking. You could go behind the building. You could go somewhere, right?
Yeah, darkness always helped. Yes.
There was a lot of fun to be had before all of these rules.
Absolutely.
There were no rules.
It was, again, there's this period in life back then. It was really cool. It was a lot of, and you had to remember, everything had to be kind of coordinated. There were no cell phones and that kind of stuff, right? So you kind of had to get a time, and it was really important that you actually kind of be on time, show up, because there was no communications. It's like you kind of relied on each other.
And get the bonfire stoked up, get that thing rolling. That burnt out building would usually have the bonfire inside of it.
And remember, if you forgot something like this, it was like somebody had to go, you couldn't call somebody to bring it down. You had to like freaking go get it, It was totally different.
The cool guys would roll up in their pickups and there'd be like 5 guys on the back drinking beer bongs.
With chewing tobacco in their mouth. At the same time.
It's a talent we don't talk about much anymore.
No, it's a long lost art. Absolutely.
So for the kids out there, don't do that. Don't do that, because today you're going to jail on Alcatraz for at least 16 years, and you're going to be in solitary confinement if you even think about partying on Radio Road like we did.
That's true. Different generation.
I do like the way the studio has the egg burritos. They added the Motley Crue egg burritos for our nads.
Yes.
For our smelly nads.
Very nice. No, it's all good. Yep. And we got a full crew here today. Nice.
We do. Evan, Marcio.
Yep. We got Eric, Ryan, Behind there is Charlie Daniel, of course. He's probably the best looking one there. And then of course, your favorite.
Rachel was here earlier, but she took off.
Yeah, where'd she go?
I don't know. She mentioned something about the smelly egg burritos being offensive, and she took off.
Well, you need her. I mean, this will be an interesting show without her feeding you the lines here.
I know it will.
Because
I am not the most organized, and I did battle traffic to get over here today.
And we're trying to be flagged down from the booth right now. Michael and Doug from Whetstone Entertainment. They were saying you forgot to mention us. Yeah, I know.
Sorry.
So that's it. So Big Red, Michael and Doug from Whetstone.
Cool guys.
They're actually the guys in charge. They're paying the bills. So thank you guys.
So yeah, so I do like the egg burritos that are right there in front of the Motley Crue poster, the little poster right there. Look at how skinny Vince Neil used to be.
It's totally different. I mean,
and look at how girlish all of these guys look. I mean, they are completely like
they wear the makeup well. Absolutely.
Yeah, like and I do have a little bit of a surprise.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I want to show you something.
Oh, excellent.
I want to show you something on my body.
Okay.
Here you go. I'm not.
We need a dramatic pause here.
There it is. You want one?
Guys.
How do you like that?
He's wearing a sports bra.
How do you like that? Huh?
Hey,
my God.
Hey, if it fits. And you must have quit.
It doesn't really fit that great. I have to tell you,
it's kind of pinching you a little bit there.
That's a little.
I thought sports bras were not supposed to pinch you.
How do you like my tan and my cleavage?
It's that's correct.
So
you have a tan and cleavage. Yes,
I did this because of the Bud Light. There's Bud Light cans all over the place too, right? They're all into this Dylan. What's the last name?
Oh, I know. I mean, yeah, the whole Bud Light controversy, the marketing controversy.
Yeah. So they throw the Bud Light cans in here because they're, trying to be clever, which they've gotten better at as the season has gone by. Right.
I'm actually surprised how much effort they put into decorating the studio for us when we come in. It's nice.
God, you know what? I think the sports bra for a man should have been a thing a very, very long time ago. If you close your eyes and you think back in time to the number of dudes we've known in our lives that could use a sports bra, there's a time and a place for everything.
Yeah.
There were lots of dudes that could use a sports bra. No big deal. Check it out, dude. It doesn't look that bad. It does not look that. I think it looks kind of sexy.
Yes,
but I don't have to look at it. You do. Well, dude, your face is just like the face of full blown disgust.
It's chill. Everybody in the studio has their heads down, so I don't know what that means. So there you go.
Well, it's all mind virus. So I'm gonna leave this on for the whole show. I'm not taking it off. Right?
That's fine. Hey, I'm cool. No worries.
The Chumcast is a mind virus.
It is.
So what better way to get that mind virus spinning than a visual of me in a sports bra?
And again, we're spending 60 minutes talking about you wearing a sports bra. This is why this is probably one of the worst Chumcasts ever produced. Just saying.
Check yourself before you wreck yourself, pal.
Oh, that's clever.
Coming up a little bit later in the show, we're going to Crazy Town. We're going to talk about Nicolas Cage.
Oh, okay.
He's my boy. I love Nicolas Cage.
I'm neutral to negative.
There's a certain kind of crazy that appeals to me.
Okay.
And Nicolas Cage has got that going on. Did you ever see that movie Bad Lieutenant, Port of New Orleans?
No.
I thought he should have gotten the Oscar for that film.
Oh, okay.
It's the movie.
That's a strong statement.
You know the movie Bad Lieutenant that was made with Harvey Keitel back in the day?
No.
It's kind of a remake.
Okay.
You need to see that movie. It's a bad cop who goes around having sex with hookers and doing drugs all the time.
Like French Lieutenant's woman.
Right up my alley.
Telling you.
That's the kind of cop I would be.
Okay.
Bad Lieutenant.
Bad Lieutenant.
We're gonna talk about Nicolas Cage and his crazy ways, and that's in our segment we call Welcome to Crazy Town. That's coming up a little bit later. We also have a new power poll that we are going to feature a little bit later. The Booyah and the Boom Shakalaka. That's coming up, but right now it's time to get into
On This Day in History.
On this day in history.
On This Day in History is being brought to you by our friends. I don't even think these people are our friends, but it is being brought to you by our sponsors at the Bay Area Hypnotherapy Group, which you could use.
And see how rough that was without Rachel here?
I don't need her.
Yeah, you do.
There's no neediness. I do not need her. I can handle it. And people just need to be a little bit more patient with me.
All right. So on this day in history, what do we got, Big Red?
On this day in history, we're going to go way back to 1860. The first Pony Express rider arrived in San Francisco.
In San Francisco, really?
Actually, he arrived in Sacramento, and they took a river. They got on a riverboat, and they came into San Francisco. And it was from St. Joe, Missouri. So that's 2,000 miles.
He crossed the Rockies and the Sierras.
Yep. 2,000. That's 2,000 miles. This is so fascinating, right? So 2,000 miles of riding horseback through Indian ambushes, which would scare the crap out of me, dude. I would just be like looking over my shoulder, looking behind, because there's Indians checking you out everywhere you go.
Yeah, rightfully so. It's their territory.
Yeah, they don't need this Bronco Billy.
We haven't screwed them over as of yet, right?
Indian ambushes, crazy kind of weather. They would all get all kinds of different weather and the crazy ass terrain, right? 600. They bought 600 of the best Broncos money could buy. 75 employees. They had to be orphaned, lightweight male riders who were all under the age of 18 years old and less than 110 pounds.
Those original jockeys.
Did you get all that, or do I need to re-ingrain that in your brain?
I wasn't paying attention, but I certainly got it all. Yeah.
110 pounds.
That's light.
How can you get to 110 pounds, right? So it's all about speed, right? The best Bronco.
Less lightweight on the horse, right?
So this is the same theory that they have for modern day horse jockeys,
sure.
Right? Interesting. So when the rider got to SF, it was a big deal. They had a huge public reception. They had marching bands, fireworks, speeches, and the party lasted for 10 days.
Really?
Well, the ride from St. Joe to San Francisco took 10 days. That's a party.
It only took 10 days?
There was no joke, right? I mean, there was no joking around when it came to getting the mail.
200 miles a day.
And by the way, if you ever go to Kansas City,
yeah,
right? If you ever have to have a business trip to Kansas City or whatever, you got to go to St. Joe, because St. Joe, Missouri not only has the Pony Express Museum, there's a museum there that is such a hidden gem. I hate even talking about it because I don't want hordes of people to show up there because it's a hidden gem. But they have the Pony Express Museum there, which is phenomenal. And Kearney, Missouri, which is right there, has the home of Jesse James and the James Ranch.
Yep.
Where, thank God we didn't live back in those days.
I'm telling you.
That would be rough, dude. That would be rough. You'd be spitting tobacco and peeing all over the place.
And guns everywhere. People shooting everybody.
And no electricity.
I mean, what do? I got to straighten this picture out and somebody shoots me in the back of the head. Come on.
I don't even know. I think Jesse James is still alive.
Oh, there you go.
You're always calling me some conspiracy guy, and I'm not crazy conspiracy guy.
No, he was the one that he had a boat. Jesse James right now, he's really old, but he has a boat, and he picked up JFK Jr. after he put his plane in the water.
That's right.
Yeah.
JFK Jr. is still motoring around.
He totally motored around with Jesse James. Right? Yep.
So that was On This Day in History, brought to you by the Bay Area Hypnotherapy Group.
Time to unplug and run.
Avoid, refrain, and watch the hell out.
Follow us on Facebook and let's get stupid.
Okay, so the time has come to make it official, like a ref with a whistle.
Oh, that's clever too.
So the Chinese spy balloons,
Yes.
the data is back,
Yes.
and the data actually indicates that the Shebs
Yes.
is gender neutral.
Thank you.
Okay, and the classified documents
Yes.
that they got into,
Yes.
the treasure trove of classified information,
Yes.
and that indicates that I'm a dick.
Yes.
Zero shocks.
A dick in a sports bra.
A dick, and this thing is a little bit uncomfortable.
I told you, it's pinching you. You can totally tell.
But I can tell you're looking me over. You kind of like me like this, don't you?
I'm fascinated.
Throw a little nail polish and some lipstick, and you're in.
Yeah, someone touched you with a purdy stick.
They didn't just touch me; they slapped me around with that purdy stick.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, so now that we've gotten the official document data back from the Chinese spy balloon, and from the classified documents, I do want to give a shout out. These guys got through season 1. Whetstone and Ishtil, they got through season 1 with us.
They've done good.
They didn't fire us.
No. Well, Ishtil can't fire us, but Whetstone can.
So one thing that I do want to give these guys credit for is that it's crazy, but it's cool that they are actually that what is that? Gen Z? What are they? Millennials? What do we call that age group?
I think they're on the border. Millennials and Gen Z.
It's amazing the connections that they have, right? So that's kind of the thing that we have going for us, right? When we're researching these different booyah and boom shakalakas or whatever, they can just pick up a phone and they know somebody who knows somebody in Kearney, Missouri.
Well, they're all everybody's connected now. I mean, it's just so much easier, right?
Well,
I just think it's so much easier.
It's fun to watch because literally they're like, hang on a minute, Big Red. Let me make a couple of calls. And they come back with these really interesting nuggets, right? Like we can do research all day long. You can look things up. You can talk about it. But these guys at Whetstone will actually reach out to people and give us these very interesting spins or these interesting nuggets, right? Like the egg burrito. I didn't know about the egg burrito for Motley Crue, right?
Okay.
Somehow they came back with that. We double checked it and it came true, right?
Yeah.
Turns out one of the guys at Whetstone had a connection to one of the former managers of Motley Crue.
Yes, but that was the Is Chill reached out to the Whetstone guy.
Was it Is Chill?
Is Chill reached out to and asked the Whetstone people and they found that. Yes. Just giving credit where credit's due. Yes.
You got to do that. I mean, I get confused very easily.
I know Daniel was getting a little offended. He did a lot of work on this. So there you go.
So I just want to say thank you guys for not firing us and for sticking with us.
They like us. I think they do like us. I mean, they for the most part, they showed up every show.
And there's some real value, to having, people who are not interested in some of the topics that we come up with, but are willing to take one for the team and dig deeper to say, okay, well, if we present this or we present that nugget, this unique, take on it, we'll go ahead and let you guys go with that.
Yep.
All
That's good.
So thank you to Is Chill and Whetstone. We're looking forward to working again with those guys.
Yep. Are we had, there's some
freshly inked deal, right? They're with us through season 2 and through season 3.
But you're just letting, I thought we were going to make a more formal announcement, but no, just like that. Just letting everybody know we're coming back.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we also want everybody to know that sponsorships for segments are still available for season 2 and also, of course, for season 3. So you just go to the website, don'tlistenchumcast.com, contact us and let us know that you're interested in that. Also, we have the naming rights for the studio.
Nice.
Right, which is no big deal to me, but it's apparently a big deal to these producers.
Yeah, people write in about it.
I really enjoy the whole, let's go back in time and talk about keg parties at Radio Road for our opening. But
it's nice.
They want to go corporate with that.
They do.
So let's get into, coming up. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Crazy Town is going to be coming up a little bit later, and that's going to be Nicolas Cage.
Yep.
My boy. And right now, let's get into the booyah and the boom shakalaka.
Oh, yeah. The booyah and the boom shakalaka.
The booyah and the boom shakalaka is being brought to you today by Newport Land Design. And notice how quickly I've got this right here.
I like Newport Land Design.
They do a great job.
And they've sponsored us before, so it's good.
They're a little bit backed up. I think that this is the time of the year when they get super busy. So might want to get on top of that. So here we go. I'm not even consulting with you on this one.
Okay.
I just picked the top drugs in the world.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. You would know.
So this is recreational use. And if you like it or not, this world apparently loves its drugs. Big time. Dramatic pause.
That was powerful.
especially Americans. But drugs don't discriminate by country, and they are very popular everywhere. The pharmaceutical lobby owns and runs Washington, D.C., and fentanyl runs the southern border.
There you go. So it's sad but true.
So legal and illegal drugs are big business and are driven by fuels that run pretty hot. An entire population who continues to grow more dependent. Dramatic pause. Growing up in the 80s, drugs were no big deal.
No big deal.
Everybody was kind of dabbling a little bit into their drugs, whether it was cocaine or whether it was LSD or whatever. I think alcohol was probably the top of the list growing up with our demo.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because you could go to the Chinese liquor store all day long.
Yep.
All day duck. I can't say I'm going to be a racist if I say that.
Yeah,
so
and then we'll get canceled.
I can't do that. So thank God I stopped I checked myself before I
wrecked
myself. God,
you didn't give me time to process.
Know,
you got to remember.
So let's go through a list of the most popular drugs on the planet, starting with number 10, LSD.
Okay, and this is actually a real list. You got the research. You guys did the research.
Yeah, and half of the staff at Whetstone didn't even know what LSD really was. We really got into
chill.
that.
Whetstone, those guys invented LSD.
We got into it. We dove into that whole thing, and it was interesting because the Timothy Leary guy was here in San Francisco, right? And they were like,
but LSD is still on the list. That's you always feel like that's a 60s, 70s thing.
So I tripped it a couple times in college and it was fun, but I saw people completely melt down. I saw completely just car wrecks, like dumpster fires. So it's not for everybody. I think we referred to it in college as the truth serum. Okay. So your truth, your innards, your inner brain, your inner soul, and all that kind of gets put on showcase for everybody to see. And those who wigged out, they didn't get to come to party number 2.
Nope, they were their inner soul was a wig.
But I liked it because it's a visual, right? So you see a lot of different colors, you see a lot of different crazy things, right? So I enjoyed it.
All right,
you do feel like crap the next day. I'm not endorsing this, right? I'm not endorsing. What do you mean
you feel like crap?
You feel like you were run over by a train. It's not good. I mean, I don't even know what LSD is. It was like a piece of paper when I took it.
Right.
So I don't even know what it is. I don't even know what's in there. Number 9, ecstasy. I took that. I didn't know what that was either. And that was amazing. I fell in love every single time I took it. Every single time.
Okay.
And that was kind of the 90s. That was kind of a 90s situation. So that was when the techno house music was a big deal. I don't know. That was another one that was cut with a whole bunch of different drugs.
Yeah.
And that would not make you feel great either.
Okay.
Like days to recuperate from that one.
Okay.
But there's only a 1.5% usage rate of ecstasy in the U.S. today.
Okay. Yeah. So you don't hear much about it. Yeah.
That's gone way down. Xanax comes in at number 8.
Xanax, really?
Everyone loves Xanax. I was on a plane one time from Washington, D.C. to Vegas, and this chick that I was with, this hot little drug addict chick that I was with at the time, she was like, the plane was packed. We were in the very back, and she popped a couple pills. I'm like, what are you doing? We can just get cocktails. What are you doing? And she was like, oh, I got prescription. I'm taking Xanax. I was like, why? And she's like, you hear all these kids crying? I'm going to go nuts. There were like 3 kids crying. And I was like, oh, I'm totally anti. I'm not doing it. And the plane took off. We got delayed on the tarmac, and then the plane took off, and these kids were just like kids from hell. Like they were just all going crazy. So I was like, okay, give me a little bit of that. She gave me a Xanax, and I was like, I was completely out of it. Like I felt like I wasn't there. I was like made out of glue, dude. I just felt like I did not like it at all. I was like, shut up. I just kept telling her to shut up, leave me alone, shut up, leave me alone. Like she was trying to talk to me, and I was like, I can't even explain. Have you ever taken a Xanax?
No.
I can't even explain. I cannot even explain.
If something happened, you had to evacuate the airplane, would you have been able to?
Yeah, but I was like super glue, man. I mean, I was not right, dude. I was like, I was not right. I could barely I could barely hold my head up.
All
I was
right.
leaning my head on the tray in front of me. I was leaning, and she was such a bad influence that we were like having drinks the whole time too. So I was having drinks on
and
top of
Xanax.
it. I was like Jim Morrison.
Yeah.
Lucky I survived that flight. And then it was 5 days at the Excalibur in Vegas with her.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's why you look like the way you look. That's why you're wearing a sports bra. Yeah.
Worn out, dude.
Yeah.
Worn
Okay,
out.
You need that support.
I've seen better days.
All right.
So at number 7, it's going to be oxycodone.
Okay.
Everyone likes it, and everyone gets hooked. They can't say no to oxycodone once they get on it.
Once you have it, right?
That's the one drug I've never taken. I mean, even no pain medication for me ever. I always try to stay away from the pain medication.
Okay.
Cocaine comes in at number 6.
80s. Nah.
So the story that I never did cocaine, but the story that I have about cocaine is the guys who did it don't do it today because they say it's so stomped on, right? It's cut up way more, right? So in the 80s, the cocaine, I guess, was really, really good. You would get a great high. And now it's so stomped on in so many different directions. They're cutting it with Clorox. They're cutting it with now fentanyl, right? They're cutting it with all this different stuff. They're scared to do it, right?
Okay.
So I think cocaine has seen its better days.
Yes. Well, that the drug cartels are pivoting, right?
Pivoting to what?
Fentanyl.
I don't even know what fentanyl. I don't even know what it is. I mean, it's a pill, right? But they chop it up and they put it into all kinds of other stuff, right?
Very bad.
Yeah, I'm not into that. Okay, fentanyl. Okay, let's see. Okay, so cocaine.
Cocaine is 6.
Cocaine does have a high idiot factor, by the way.
High idiot factor.
Yeah. So I had a girlfriend one time who was into the cocaine, and she would go to the bathroom with like other dudes and not come out of the bathroom for like 30 minutes. And I would just be pissed. I'd be like, what is going on in the bathroom with you and 2 dudes?
Right.
Like, what am I supposed to do? Am I just out here just, and I didn't know she was doing cocaine. So she would just like, come out and she could act normal. But there's a very large idiot factor with cocaine. And try being in a room full of people on cocaine and you're not on it.
Okay.
Try being in a bar when everybody's drunk and you're not drunk.
Yeah. Yeah. Point taken.
Not a good feeling.
Nope.
So number 5, Adderall. Taking a dominant spot on college campuses today is Adderall.
Yep.
They would rather take Adderall in college than drink beers. They want an upper, not a downer.
But Adderall also helps a lot of people too. That's kind of
it's really perceived as legal cocaine, right? So, you can see how that works, right? Studying for your exams. I got some Adderall.
Yeah.
Got some Adderall?
Okay.
Oh, yeah, buddy. Yeah.
Yeah, buddy. Uh-huh.
I got it. Hydrocodone. I think this is the Brett Favre. This is trouble. Oh, yeah. Brett Favre. That's right. Vicodin. Must be a hell of a painkiller because people kill for it.
Yes.
Brett Favre apparently was taking 30 of these bad boys a day.
That's crazy, right?
Still alive. But who knows what it did to his brain? Like, he could be a terrorist in like 2 weeks.
Right.
Like, who knows what it definitely aged him. Like, Brett Favre definitely looks older than he is.
Okay. All right. So he's the Vicodin man.
Well, he's one of everybody who takes Vicodin loves it. Everybody who I've ever known who's taken Vicodin.
I've taken it for post medical procedures and that kind of stuff.
Did you love it?
Yeah. I mean, it took the pain away and allowed me to sleep.
So did you ever take them when no one was looking?
No.
You're no fun.
No, I have nothing to offer in this conversation.
Number 3 is pot.
Okay, now we're talking.
So now it's everywhere, right? You go to Las Vegas, the whole place smells like pot. You go to downtown San Mateo, the whole place smells like pot.
Yeah.
You go to the Hillsdale Shopping Center, it all smells like. Out here in the Bay Area, there's a pot shop like every other freaking nail salon.
Yeah,
they're everywhere. So the only point that I would make about pot was it was kind of fun back in the 80s because you had to be connected. You had to have a dealer. Like, you had to know somebody who knew somebody who could get it for you, right? So not everybody was getting baked.
Yeah, no, it was there was a mystique about it if you got it.
But now everybody's baked. You look around and everybody's baked. They're either eating a gummy, they're either vaping it, or they're doing something right. It's like dude, not everybody needs to be baked. They're already stupid.
Just go to the store and buy some. It's
Show your ID.
That's it.
And get your pot for 40% tax.
there you go. Right?
So I can't. It's number 3. Number 2, of course, is cigarettes, tobacco, and number 1, it's not going to surprise anybody. It's alcohol.
Yeah.
Which is, in my opinion, the absolute worst. I mean, it is. There is nothing like a bad drunk. There's nothing like it.
Yeah, you get an uncle at a wedding and some alcohol.
Oh.
Oh, they're fantastic.
I mean, some people can party and keep it together, and some people become belligerent.
Oh, yeah.
They just become absolutely belligerent. And what's crazy is alcohol is the most readily available, and it's probably the most dangerous for your body.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
It's debatable.
yeah. Yeah, they're all not good. I'm surprised we didn't consider caffeine on the drug list here.
Oh man, that's the only reason why I wake up in the morning. My cup of coffee.
And some people also might put sugar on there too. But anyway, that's a good list though.
Are you sugar or Splenda?
I was Splenda for a while, but my doctor told me to go back to sugar.
Why?
I don't know.
Your doctor was baked. Your doctor was baked, dude. Or on which drug could your doctor have been on? Pot,
Vicodin.
hydrocodone.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Or maybe alcohol. Yeah. Really, you had to go back to the list to try to figure it out.
Well, I'm trying to think what
But
kind of
all
a
I'm
doctor
saying-
would tell you to go to sugar instead of Splenda.
There's a reason.
LSD,
There's a reason.
ecstasy.
Yeah,
Did
there's
your
a
doctor
reason.
have big pupils when?
She did.
See, ecstasy or LSD.
Okay.
Xanax, no, she would have been
No.
down on that. Cocaine, maybe.
Maybe.
Come on, buddy. Come on. Hey, just get to the sugar. Take the sugar. Don't bother with that Splenda. Do the sugar.
Be nice to my doctor. Okay. So
Say hello to my little friend.
yes, there you go.
My
All
doctor who says, take all the sugar you can, man.
I appreciate this list. This was a nice trip back memory lane here, right?
Yep, that was the Booyah, the Boom Shakalaka.
Yep. I'm gonna go watch some Miami Vice.
And it was brought to you by Newport Land Design.
SDFU and GDFO time.
You've been corrupted, hijacked, and exploited. Don't listen.
A whole lot of nothing burger right here. Don't listen.
Okay, we are back. I am Big Red. He is the Shebs. And I just want to thank everybody for your subs on the subscriptions on our YouTube channel and the comments and the likes and the commentary on Facebook. It's all very, very much appreciated. No matter how boneheaded it is.
Yes.
I'm usually the biggest bonehead on those posts.
Correct.
But I have like all these different fake names. that are
Yes,
going on.
that's
So
correct.
So the power poll is coming up. Actually, let's just go ahead and can we just get through the power poll here?
You want to do it here?
Yeah, it's the What the Fuck Power Poll, and it is being brought to you by GoCar.
What the Power Poll?
So make sure you go to our website, which is don'tlistenchumcast.com, and check out the power poll. Vote and discuss. We just want to know yes or no. Will you be listening to our season 2? 12 episodes of season 2 coming up very shortly.
Well, it's going to be a resounding no.
Oh, well, that's what we want. We want to fight the uphill battle. It makes us stronger. So whatever your opinion is, give it to us. And also let us know things that you would like to, see changed, or things that you enjoyed in season 1.
Okay.
Things that you would like to see in season 2. And I know it's going to be like free stuff, right? Free shit. Free shit, free shit. Promotions, free shit. That's what they want.
That's what people want. I agree.
Yeah, well, we don't have a budget for any free shit.
Well, that's a Whetstone Entertainment problem, not ours.
We're getting close though. We're actually talking about a decent studio, and this is all about donations.
We need more room.
So while they're on don'tlistenchumcast.com, right, while they're at the power poll doing their discussion, they can also hit the Venmo and donate to us.
People should donate. I mean, you're listening to something that sucks, but it still costs money.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
That's kind of like being, if they would donate to us, that's kind of what they call that when you're like an instigator. It's not an instigator, but a procrastinator. No. When you're encouraging bad behavior, what's the word for that?
Protagonist.
Protagonist. That's not the right word either.
You sure? Instigator.
Instigator. Ding, ding.
Well, I went to school.
Thank you. You finally earned your paycheck.
Yes.
Instigator. That would be instigating.
Utilizing my 2.7 GPA. Yeah.
So again, the power poll.
Yep.
Don'tlistenchumcast.com is will you be listening to season 2? And that was brought to you by our friends at...
See, you need Rachel. I told you need Rachel.
Oh, no, we don't have a sponsor.
There was no sponsor for this?
Oh, Go-Car. Go-Car.
How could you forget them?
Because they've been sponsors the whole time. It's easy.
Okay.
It's easy. And they're in on season 2.
Okay. Well, are we going to break, or are we supposed to go roll right in?
No, we're going to roll right into Crazy Town.
We are going to roll right into Crazy Town? So it's time. So you basically, what you're saying is it's time now for Crazy Town.
Welcome to Crazy Town. All aboard!
And it's also time for me to take off this bra, because the bra is not doing any work for me. It is not holding anything up, and it's very uncomfortable. And I
told you it was pinching you.
Yeah, it's not comfortable. And, I don't know how women do this. I really don't know how women, I would be an advocate.
Because they would tell you that there's no way to do, without it.
No bra.
Yeah.
No bra.
It's not
no bra.
It's not the 60s and 70s. You gotta have a bra. You gotta have support.
I'm just saying that I would advocate no bra.
Okay.
For men and for women, actually I advocate about, guy wants to wear a bra, go right ahead. I don't care.
Okay.
Drink Bud Light. I don't care.
Okay.
Nicolas Cage.
Oh, here we go. People are looking forward to this. These chill guys, they're actually going, okay, let's hear what you got to say on this.
Well, welcome to Crazy Town. It's Nicolas Cage, and it's being brought to you by our friends at 123 Moving Company.
Oh, nice.
So we're going to get specific about Nicolas Cage. His pets. He has these crazy pets, right? And Nicolas Cage actually, I think, may rank in my top 10.
Okay.
For actors that I really like. Did you see Honeymoon in Vegas?
Sounds familiar.
Sarah Jessica Parker?
No.
Okay.
I'm not. If you ask me about Nick Cage, it's all about Raising Arizona.
Yeah.
That's
a good one.
Great. I mean, his personality fit that flick. Really good.
His personality fits most, right? He is... his actual name is Nicholas Kim Coppola, right? He's the nephew of Francis Ford Coppola and the cousin of Sofia Coppola, who did the Bill Murray movie Lost in Translation, one of my favorites.
That's right.
Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah.
She's barely legal.
Yeah.
She's barely legal in that picture.
Oh, okay.
Giddy up. So I'm just going to just give them a little brief filmography from Nick Cage. He his career started in Fast Times in 1982. He was the Brad, Judge Reinhold.
Yeah,
he was one of the cooks.
Okay,
very small part. He may not even have been credited for it.
No, he was credited, I think.
Valley Girl was the big breakout in '83.
That was.
I remember that was a big deal. Chicks loved that movie.
It created a whole lingo. People started talking and way people started dressing.
So after Valley Girl was kind of off to the races, he did Peggy Sue Got Married.
Yes.
Your favorite, Raising Arizona.
Yep.
Moonstruck, Honeymoon in Vegas, and he got Best Actor. He got the Academy Award for Leaving Las Vegas,
he did very well. Absolutely.
And Adaptation, which was another great film, and one of my favorites, was a Bad Lieutenant, Port of New Orleans.
Yep.
So that's the we talked about this earlier. That's the whole remake of Bad Lieutenant, which was Harvey Keitel, which I believe was a remake.
So what you're telling me is Bad Lieutenant was a remake of Bad Lieutenant, which may have been a remake of a Bad Lieutenant.
Yeah, but
that's inspiring.
If you're trying to confuse me, that's working.
Okay.
But anyway, I thought that movie was I was so entertained by that movie.
Really?
Yeah, that I thought he should have gotten the Oscar, and I thought it was the best picture of whatever year that was out. I loved it. It's a cop who is totally corrupt. He goes out and he has sex with hookers, and he steals their drugs and does all their drugs with them. It's like great. They threw a couple of rappers into that movie that act. It was great.
Okay.
So his film career has been pretty good.
Okay. Now points all taken on that. It wouldn't be my favorite actor, but he did some really nice stuff.
Some would call Nick Cage eccentric, but we call it crazy here at Crazy Town. As much as I like the work as an actor that he's done, we really need to take a look at some of these pets that he has at home. 276. He spent $276,000 on a dinosaur skull. Dramatic pause.
That's crazy.
But who are we to judge? His money, his choice. He bought a haunted mansion in New Orleans.
Okay.
He bought 2 castles, 4 yachts in the Caribbean. He's got 9 Rolls Royces. He's got crazy amounts of art.
Yeah. But he has all these tax problems, right? Didn't he get into that?
He did. He owed the IRS $6 million and paid them off. Just got them paid off.
Sell your assets.
I think he had to sell his crazy comic book collection. Like he's got an insane comic book collection too.
Really?
Yeah. Let's see. He something about an octopus. Some kind of let's see, an octopus while living in his Hollywood. Oh yeah, so he bought an octopus while he was living in a small Hollywood apartment. He has an albino double-headed cobra. Dramatic pause.
Jeez, what's he doing?
It gets better. His cat Lewis ate his shrooms.
Oh.
Yeah. His cat Lewis ate his shrooms. So Cage ate the rest for proper, he called it proper companionship.
Uh-huh.
And after going through the trip together, Cage said that he had no doubt that Lewis was his brother. Awkward.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a little awkward.
It's amazing he made Raising Arizona.
How does he keep it together?
I don't know. Well, maybe he doesn't. He is in and out. Who knows?
He also claimed to have been stalked by a mime. He was stalked. Let me get through this. He was stalked by a mime of a naked fudge-sickle eater.
Really? See, mimes are stalkers.
Can't make that up. Remember how good fudgicles were on a hot summer day?
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
A naked mime fudgesicle eater.
See, the only thing worse than naked mimes are flamingos because they bite.
I want some of what Nicolas Cage is inhaling. Whatever he's taking, I want some of that.
You want some mime stalkers.
I want all kinds of shrooms. I want all kinds of crazy animals around me all the time that I can call my best friend and my brother.
All right.
And I also want a fudgicle.
Fudgicles are nice on a hot summer day.
So he's going to be buried in a pyramid in New Orleans. He owns so
when he dies, he's got a pyramid all ready to go.
All ready to go in New Orleans.
Okay.
And he owns a white feathered talking crow who calls him names. Right? Doesn't like him.
Why would you want to do any more movies? Just be around that all day.
Yeah, I mean, there's something very Michael Jackson-esque.
Yeah.
And he was married to Priscilla.
I know, right?
Right? I don't think that lasted very long, but he was married to her.
Yes.
So he's got a total of 5 wives. Patricia Arquette he was married to for 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
Lisa Marie was actually 2 years.
Okay.
Some girl named Alice Kim, she got 12 years out of him. Erica Kaoki, not even a year. And Rico, his current wife is Rico
Suave.
Rico Schneith or something. I would go with Rico Suave before. So he's been married quite a few times, but you only live once.
And I wonder why.
And he's not only visiting Crazy Town, he's definitely on the board of supervisors. He could be running for mayor.
You look up Crazy Town at www.don'tlistenchumcast.com. You'll see a picture of Nicolas Cage.
And that was Crazy Town, which was brought to you by our friends at the 123 Moving Company.
Don't listen. The original head scratcher.
Ignorance is no excuse. This Chumcast is not safe. Don't listen.
The hot mess of a dumpster fire will continue.
And remember to check yourself before you wreck yourself, and that haters love us.
Wolverine.
Wolverine!
See, it's too easy just to get you going.
I love that. Wolverine! That's a great line.
Just to get you going. It's too easy. Too easy.
So let's get...
What are we doing now? Are we almost done? What do we got?
Yeah, we got the Holla. And we have a sponsor for Holla, by the way. It's being brought to you by Extraordinary Gentlemen Shoes and Apparel.
That's a hard one to say.
It is. Everything's hard for me to say at the end of the day. So I want to remind everybody to stick around for season 2. Check out our sneak peeks and our reviews on Facebook. And we will be updating you guys on Facebook for the most part. YouTube channel too. So let's get to the mail.
Yeah, that's why people hung on to the end. You want to hear what people have to say.
See, there's no reason really for Rachel. We could cut her.
She has not been here, and you've missed some cues, but you're okay.
I'm sweating a little bit. It's a little more work than I'm used to.
I wonder if we could cut her salary. Then
we could cut her salary and get a new studio.
Yeah. Nah, she's nice.
We could cut her salary. Cool. We could cut her salary. We could let her go altogether and get a new, and maybe have some freebies. Have some freebies to give away to people.
I don't know. I think she does most of the work here.
Okay, so we got quite a few.
Can I just say that the emails that I've been handed all have a consistent theme. Well, I don't know what, and it seems like I just keep getting these. You have good content on yours. I have simple lines on mine.
Well, what does yours say?
Mine's Michael's from San Jose. You guys suck.
I don't.
Thank you, Michael. But we know that, Michael. Thank you for being obvious. So
honest. It's honesty. There's a time and a place for honesty. We don't get enough of that. Now, I've got this person here. This is Danielle from Tampa. Tampa, Florida. Right?
We haven't had a Tampa.
2 dudes talking about abortion is just wrong. See? I knew we were going to piss people off talking about that.
Yes. That was
but we admitted that we had no right to be even talking about abortion.
So what's the, we had that disclaimer.
So Danielle goes on to say, but late-term abortions are straight murder with exceptions. Here's another one. Those who choose abortion will have to live with it forever. And that's enough. That's their own hell on earth, their own private hell on earth. And trust me, I had a late-term abortion. Oh, wow. This one got heavy quick, didn't it? Trust me, I had a late-term abortion that left me without children. She couldn't have kids.
Yeah.
And feel cursed every day for my decision. This is Linda. That was from Linda in Florence, South Carolina. Reviewed, Venmoed, and following and subscribing. Y'all be cool. and funny for some white dudes with shrunk sacks.
Oh,
see, I do get the good ones.
yeah, you got content.
Shrunk, that says shrunk sacks.
They gave me 2 cards. Yeah, I get that guy from San Jose, Michael from San Jose, who says we suck, and then I get Jim from Evanston, Illinois, which I think is near Chicago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Evanston. No, it might not be near Chicago. It sounds like it's out in the middle of the sticks somewhere.
We'll have to look that up.
Yeah, I don't know where it is.
But he just wrote horrible.
See, we don't know.
Why am I have no content in my cards, guys. Well, okay, you go. One more. You got one more coming. What do you got?
What the fuck power pole commentary pops off? That's from Lamont in Mobile, Alabama.
We haven't had it in Alabama.
You know, there's nice spots. I don't want to talk about that either, but there are some very nice Gulf, oceanfront places in Alabama that are very cheap. It could be an option for retirement. I'm hooked. After more cowbell and your 80s flashback to Live Aid, great insights. I got you a 5 spot. I got you cheese.
Nice.
This is Sandy in this is Sandy at the Redwood City DMV. And she gave us
right? We ought to go down there.
$5 and a $5 review.
Okay, we got to go down and see Sandy. She's in our hometown here.
Oh
we got to go down there. Do a live broadcast outside the DMV, trying to find Sandy.
God, that would be so much fun.
She's so supportive, and it's surprised. More cowbell has really been the most popular segment, and we didn't do it on our last show of the season. We need to make sure Chill, guys. You got to make sure that is played more often. That's a.
This one's kind of interesting. I left Cali for Tampa, and I miss Northern California every single day. It's so humid down here in Florida, and it is full of rednecks. I don't know if I'll ever get used to the downgrade, but taxes in California were just too nuts for me.
Yeah, but who's that?
Keep up the good fight, y'all. That's Lisa in the FLA.
Lisa, you just take a step back because it costs X amount to have a state, and they're going to get the money somewhere else. It might not be in taxes, but it's going to be somewhere else.
And that's what we talked about. Coming from California, the Golden State, like the home of the milk and honey, it's very, very difficult to step out of this state and find something that satisfies. Yeah. Because outside, leave the politics alone and then just compare.
Yeah.
What we have here compared to like some other places, and it's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough to make
totally agree. But anyway.
So looking forward to season 2.
We're good. We're looking forward to seeing and more cowbell. That's what I want in season 2.
There will be more cowbell.
There will be more cowbell. All right. So, but I want to give my thanks again. Thank you, Whetstone Entertainment. Thank you, Chill, guys. Appreciate it. Great season 1. Big Red. Thank you.
Thank you. You did a great job. You hung with me.
I tried. I really have nothing much to contribute, but I've been enjoying sitting here in the studios. This cramped studios that smell like egg burritos. There you go.
Through thick and thin, the Shebs and Big Red. And just remember that everything we want is on the other side of fear.
Bye, Felicia.
Don't listen. A Basic Chumcast has been an exclusive presentation of Whetstone Entertainment in association with Chill Productions. Subscribe, follow, like, and share us while on your favorite social media hangouts and our YouTube channel. We're not into begging, but if you like us, review us and support us by continuing to check us out on your favorite podcast platforms. Find more fun and hit us with your feedback at don'tlistenchumcast.com.
Yeah, that's fantastic.